Hello, fellow sickos of any and all gender, T-Dub here, and welcome to me rambling about Fallout 4 as a birthday gift for my best friend. Everyone, would you kindly wish a late happy birthday to my best friend in the comments section? And before we begin, fuck Microsoft, aka the current publishers of Bethesda's games. Now, onto the game proper. We start in front of a bathroom mirror where we get to customize our player character whom, for the first time ever, is given a voice. Brian T. Delaney for the dude and Courtney Taylor for the lady. I decided to play as a female survivor because Courtney voiced one of my favorite Mass Effect characters and she does a damn good job of knocking it out of the park here. Anyways, our main story goes accordingly. We're in the pre-war era, but then we get a warning that nukes are dropping every which way. This leads to our character and their spouse along with their newborn baby Sean to hightail it to the nearest vault.
Alright, that's it, send it down!
Almost there. Is Sean okay?
He's fine. We're gonna be okay. I love you.
Oh my god!
Send it down now!
Hold on!
Can't this thing move faster?
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
It's here where they're all cryogenically frozen for an unspecified time. During said instance, Sean is kidnapped and the NPC spouse is fridged. Freezered? They're now of the non-alive variety is the point. From there, we head out into the world and search for Sean along for the man who did the unspeakable act of murder. Along the way, we'll run into our old robo-butler Codsworth, a group of do-gooders trying to emancipate synthetic humanoids known as the Railroad, the ultra-militaristic Brotherhood of Steel, and lastly those who kidnapped our baby boy, the Institute. Gotta tell ya, getting to the Institute takes a fair amount of time, and a good amount of it is just assembling this contraption to teleport there. Always hated this part. Upon arriving at the home of the Institute, we discover that Sean is no longer a baby boy, but an elderly man known as Father, aka the leader of the whole group. And from here, the plot just boils down to which group you want to survive. Railroad, Brotherhood, or Institute. That's about it. If you're thinking this feels like a more simplified version of the plot from New Vegas, then yeah, you'd probably be more than correct on this one. Bethesda's critical path has never been their strong suit. However, I will say this, their Fallout games have definitely compelled me to finish the story far more often than their Elder Scrolls games, so there is that. The biggest change presentation-wise is that our player character is voiced, and that does limit what they can say compared to previous entries. On the bright side, the overall quality of the voice acting is pretty high.
Codsworth, you're acting a little weird. What's wrong?
Mum, it's been just horrible. 2 centuries with no one to talk to, no one to serve. I spent the first 10 years trying to keep the floors waxed, but nothing gets out nuclear fallout from vinyl wood. Nothing. And don't get me started about the futility of dusting a collapsed house. And the car! How do you polish rust?
I just wish the characters were given more animations, as 99% of conversations are just standing and talking. Even Mass Effect Andromeda had infinitely more than this, and that game was lambasted for having this issue. At least we actually get to see our character more often than previous entries with these conversations, which leads me to actually want to change up the player character's appearance every now and again. And keeping on the bright side, the gameplay is better than ever. Using guns actually feels like you're playing a proper first-person shooter. Sure, there's always a chance the game will force you to miss your shot due to this still technically being an RPG, but you take what you can get at this point. They did change VATS up in that now you control when a critical hit happens, and I'm of two minds on this one. First, it's cool that you get to plan out when you deal your biggest attack. However, that random chance of getting a crit like a proper RPG always gave me that dopamine rush. Swings and roundabouts, man. Unlike previous Fallout games, I actually traveled with companions pretty often here. I can't explain why I didn't in previous games, I just kinda didn't. I guess it helps that they're given a proper, almost cinematic introduction. The two standouts for me being journalist Piper and Detective Nick fucking Valentine. Kate's pretty rad as well. Cool Irish badass. Wanna know what else is badass? The side quests, as those are the bread and butter of Bethesda games. If you don't, then you're only experiencing like 10% of Fallout 4. My favorite, like many others, is the Silver Shroud. As a favor for a radio DJ, you take on the titular mantle and deal out justice to evildoers while sounding super cheesy along the way.
Peddling poison to kids, are we? Today you face the Silver Shroud!
Who you say? Oh, for Christ's sake. Did Kent put you up to this? He keeps moaning about the poor little kids. What the hell, right? Tell you what, I'll pay you, let's say 50 caps just to shut up about it. And, maybe get Kent off my back, alright?
Stop selling to children, miscreant, or face my wrath!
Seems like you're making a lot of trouble for something that isn't our business.
Screw you. Waste the freak.
There are other good ones out there, but this one is just top notch for me. The environmental design is another plus for this game. I know some people prefer the look of Fallout 3 versus this game, and I totally get it, but I'm someone who enjoys a nice mixture of colors, and downtown Boston, while looking like a mess, it has that. Oh, and while exploring the world known as the Commonwealth, beware of radiation storms. When those strike, be sure to head indoors or at least have some Rad-X and Radaway on you. Oh, I probably should have brought this up sooner, but I did play this using mods, mainly because I just can't play vanilla Fallout 4 anymore. I just can't! Especially not without Dr. Mobius's lair. That is one true gift from the deities, or at least space-time bender. You basically get access to everything and it's all organized in this neat little basement. And now I just remembered the biggest flaw for this game. No role-playing stats. That's right, whenever you level up, you just choose a perk, which is fine, but hoo boy, I do miss choosing which stats to individually level up. This is one change that I've just never been able to fully support. Overall, Fallout 4 is still a good time. Is it the greatest game of all time? Not my call to make, but it isn't the worst game I've ever played. I can definitely see why some would swear this game off compared to other entries, but I have a high tolerance for nonsense in video games. And listen, at the end of the day, the moment-to-moment gameplay is a lot of fun, and that goes a long way for me. There's a reason why I, along with so many people, have poured hours and hours into Fallout 4. It has that tangible X factor that just keeps bringing you back for more and more. And you know what? You can always do far worse than this, like Fallout 76. On launch! And once again remember, fuck Microsoft!
Does anyone fight back? Institute has to have enemies, right?
What? You mean the railroad? That's a fairy tale, man. They don't exist.
Nah,